My name is Nick Koumalatsos, and for the next 30 days, I'm going to attempt 60 BJJ sessions. I'm going to track my calories burned, my body composition, my diet. Now, this has been done by people with higher belts, but it's never been done by a beginner and a white belt. The goal here is to complete it without injury and to basically do a year's worth of BJJ in 1 month. The only question is, will I be able to endure and recover to make it happen? All right, so this is going to be my morning routine for getting up early, getting my bag, and getting out the door and going to the first class of the morning. Within 60 seconds of waking up, and this is something I do all the time, but I use my strong reds, powerful antioxidants, and good for digestive and natural energy. So there's no stem in here. It literally is just all of your fruits, your beets, your red type of things. This is going to be your greens, wheatgrass, helps in a similar way, boosts natural energy, keeps you regular, and I like to go before I like having somebody's knee on my guts first thing in the morning. And then I do mix it with 1 scoop of In Focus, which it's not a stimulant to where it makes you like itchy like pre-workout. It literally is just a cognitive enhancer. It doesn't give you any sort of like jittery feelings, but it is a little bit of caffeine. And I mix all 3 together as soon as I wake up. And then I grab a cup of Raiders Roast, sip on that while I'm getting ready. But as I walk out the door, which I'm about to do, is I go one more sport. So I'll do a full scoop of this, which is 20 grams of carbs. And I can sip on this on the way there and then throughout the hour of training. And it's got some sodium in there as well, a little bit of water retention. So while I'm training, so I know a lot of people use this for running, but for me, and the amount of exercise that I'll be doing, and I really don't want to eat something and have something on my stomach. I know a lot of people are like that. I'm one of those guys as well. I'd rather eat afterwards. So having something liquid that has carbohydrates and a little bit of sodium, it's like better than Gatorade. All right, that's it. Let's get out the door. Session 1 about to start now, and so session 1 of 60. One of the things that the things that I'll be tracking is body composition, calories burned, macros eaten, so my actual diet, macronutrients. So right now I'm gonna be at 2430. I'm probably gonna go up, but I'm at 250 grams. Well, we'll get into that in the kitchen, but I'm gonna track I'm gonna use MyZone and track how many calories I burned for the 30 days, and then also what my body composition is doing. Now, before starting this, a month ago, I was 12%, 11.9% body fat and like 195. I tried to put on 10 pounds. I was up to 205 at one point, and then we started getting in here during the holidays and training with Josh and everybody, and I weighed in this morning at 201. So that didn't really go to plan. And the reason why I did that was because I knew that if I was 195, after a month of doing this, I was gonna lose at least 10 pounds, easy, like just because of the sheer volume. So I didn't want to be 185. So I put on with the thought process that I will lose that, but I'm already down a little bit, so I'm a little concerned. So I might have to up my carb intake, which is probably a good thing anyway, because I'm probably gonna need it. So we'll base every day on how I feel and how I'm recovering, and then we'll increase that. But now I'm gonna do my first in-body scan. This is not the way you're supposed to do it. I already trained, supposed to do it first thing in the morning, but I didn't wanna come in here and warm it up. So I'm gonna get a bad scan, and then it'll make me even look better at the end of 30 days. All right.
The test is completed.
Okay, so what we have here for this meal, so I'm using Trifecta. Links below if you want to try it, you get 20% off. 23 grams of protein, 18 grams of fat, and 64 grams of carbs. And this is pumpkin chili with cilantro areoli. No? You don't put areoli in there? Aioli. 500 calories. And then I'm gonna do, right after I eat this, I'm gonna do 2 scoops of the BPN vegan protein peanut butter cookie. Gotta keep my protein up. What else? I won't get into the core med stuff, we'll do that next video, but right here, I forgot to mention this morning, strong multivitamin and strong joints, definitely strong joints. Take those every day with the strong greens and strong reds. So again, 2350 calories is what I'm starting with. I'm gonna run that for a few days. And so that's 250 grams of carbs, 200 grams of protein, and I think 60 grams of fat or something, 70. What does it say on that paper, babe? Right behind you. Enhance.
Fat or protein?
Fat.
60 grams of
60
grams of fat.
Yeah. So 60 grams of fat, and then yeah, 200 grams of protein. So 2340. So I'm gonna run that for probably 2 or 3 days, see how I feel. If at 6 sessions in, I'm dragging or not recovering, then we'll up it. We'll see how it goes. And I'll be tracking weight every morning as well. So I don't wanna, if I do like 2 pounds in a day, and I just like that happens consecutively, then calories gotta go up. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna crush this. So Dan and I were talking about kind of like this morning session and some of the things that we're doing and not doing. And so going into session 2 of 60, my thought process is a couple things. One, today was really, really sticking on defense, because as a beginner, and it's been over a year, but obviously in a practice like this, your first 2 years you're a beginner, probably 3 years you're a beginner. So definitely consider myself a beginner. So I'm really focusing on staying in defense and really figuring out what the other person is doing. So I will, even if I can sweep under someone's leg or roll them, a lot of times I will stay in defense and let that other person kind of work through what they're working to get me, because I'm learning what they're doing. And that might sound weird, but I really do learn from them doing. I mean, it's over for a year and couple months, things were happening to me, and they don't happen to me anymore because I allowed it to happen and I learned. And when you get your face smashed multiple times, you realize, oh, that hurts, don't do that anymore. And the other thing is really, if I come into this thing for 60 sessions, going on offense and going hard for 2 hours a day or 2 sessions a day, I'm gonna get burnt out. So I really need to be in my mind, I need to be in a real defensive posture and have my defense really, really tight so that I can store energy, learn, and then explode when I need to. But if I go in there just at 100% every single time, I don't think I'll make it through 30 sessions, which is 2 weeks, halfway mark of the month. So those are the two things that that Dave and I were talking about, is just really allowing them to work through their stuff so that I learn, and then really just saving energy as much as possible, exploding when I need to. So here we go, session number 2 of 60. All right, that's session 2 of 60. I'm trying to get like overall calories for the day. I don't even know. Over 2,000. So just activity alone is like 2,400 calories plus BMR, so like probably a 4 something calorie day. 2 down, 60 to go. Let's keep moving.
So looks like maybe MRSA, so they're switching me out to a different antibiotic, and hopefully we should have some relief in the next 48 hours, and we'll kind of go from there. So I'm gonna go pick up my prescription, switch from Bactrim to that. It's always something, man. Always something to deal with. But she didn't seem too concerned. We'll take this medicine and then we'll check it out in the next 48 hours. If it's getting better, then we're good. If not, then they're probably gonna have to lance it and try to see what's going on. And that will drastically change the course of action for what's going on right now.